Running?
Ready to go?
All right. So, hey, this is Scratchy Waggle and Dogleg back. We are out here on location at Azalea City Golf Course.
Yeah.
So we wanted to change locations, change venue a little bit to get you guys kind of acclimated to where we are, where we play golf a little bit. So hopefully there's some activity going on behind us. Hopefully we're not interrupting their game back there. But but anyway, we played here Saturday.
Saturday we had, what, 7 guys out?
I think we had 7, maybe 8.
And it was a beautiful weather day for golf. Our game didn't meet up to that beauty.
Oh, no.
But
nobody played well.
No one played well. But the course is in winter shape.
Yeah.
And but one thing that I enjoyed was hitting the ball and getting a roll.
Yeah.
I have not seen that in a while. It's been so wet, and then where we usually play, it's always wet. And but hitting the ball, getting a good drive, and then getting a 30-40 yard roll is something that I haven't seen in a while, and that made me feel a whole lot better about my driving game.
Yeah, I'm hoping to carry that over as well when we start playing in the golf league, Scratchy Waggle Golf League. When we go to Magnolia Grove and back here, and maybe another place or two, but to get some rollout, because yeah, you're right, man. You hit a drive right now, it goes in the air and plugs, sometimes comes backwards. So it's been a learning experience and a frustration for sure. But hey, we wanted to get a quick shout out. We've got a new video out there under the playlist. I think it's called Training, maybe Course Review. We added a couple of playlists on our YouTube channel. So what we want to do is kind of point you in that direction. It's kind of a cheesy video, of course, but you know, it's our first one. We're trying, but the idea was to go out and try to break 80. And there's a couple of different ways to do that. One way was from a podcaster called Golf Sidekick. And he comes up with a 666 pattern. Sounds like the devil,
Yeah.
right? But it was 6
That's how it turned out for me.
Yeah. 6 greens in regulation, 6 up and downs.
6 up and downs from around the green, and then 6 kind of throwaway holes.
There you go. So you
but
might have a bogey or double bogey that might get you into trouble. So so that was the plan. If you've already seen the video, which I don't think you have because not many people watched it, but we're gonna maybe give you a link on here somehow to get to that. But and then the other side of it was do a stress-free round of golf.
Yeah.
And what he means by stress-free round of golf is, you know, take some trouble out of the way. Just don't try to overthink it. Just play smooth, play calm, play for the big part of the green, those type things. So I kind of did that. And so what you see on the video there is me kind of just relaxed, playing golf, having a good time. And then Daryl, maybe he started off great in the first 5 or 6 holes. Was it?
I was one under after 5.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, one over. One over after 5, and then the wheels fell off.
Yeah. and so the point is, it's so easy. Number one, to kind of maybe overthink it, and then once you have that triple bogey, it's just like, oh man, I'm done. Versus, you know, my front 9, I think I shot 40, so I was 4 over, and I was like, whatever. Well, you get to the back and things, you know, still hitting the ball good, and again playing stress-free, hitting the fairway, getting it on the green, and now you make that back 9 in 37. So now you're all of a sudden you shot 77. I was hoping that would carry over.
You did accomplish that break 80, and when we were playing the back 9, it was all of a sudden I looked up and I was keeping score, and I looked and it's like, hey, we're 7 holes in and you're 1 over. And
usually that's where the derail happens.
Yeah.
Like, oh, what'd you tell me my score for? But it worked out that day. But and then yeah, you come out here, you make one adjustment out here. You know, now you're in competition, and the first hole you're like, hey, I need to get that extra 10 yards to get over that trap, and you pull it in the woods, and it just went downhill from there.
Well, but you did hit that on number 1. You hit that tree solid, and it kicked it back. It kicked it back into to the edge of the fairway.
It wasn't a complete disaster, but I did double the first hole, which led to some frustration and recovery. Now you're in recovery mode right after the first hole, so it wasn't stress-free at that point. But working through that. So just again, plug in that video to go out there. It's not stellar golf, but the point is you can watch somebody that's not a great golfer still shoot 77. That's the point. I wish we could have had the back nine to video that just to see that it was basically fairway, green, and 2-putt. I mean,
he
really
wanted
was.
that because that's the better golf.
Oh yeah,
But,
it was better golf. But I actually made some putts. But so we're translating that. So we want to continue to kind of do stuff like that. And with that same realm, we've got Thomas here who is now going to try. His goal is going to be break 100. And again, we're talking about playing by the rules. We're not just talking about going out and hitting the mulligan and picking up and hitting gimmies. No, what you saw, that 77 and that 84 that Daryl and I played, that was straight golf. There wasn't any moving the ball around. So that's kind of what we're saying with Thomas, is break 100 legitimately, not taking an extra shot or rolling it or whatever.
No rolling in the fairway, putting out those 2-foot putts.
Cause for me, that's stress free. So they talking about stress free golf. It's kicking the ball over.
No.
Oh, it's a club lane. I'll take that putt. That's a gimme.
But when you and our golf league that we play in, it's by the rules.
Yeah.
And real quick you find out if you haven't been playing that way that
that score.
well, all of a sudden, let's see, I missed this 2-foot putt and then I missed this 3-foot putt, and I had to hit it out from behind the tree rather than move it out or hit out of this divot, and pretty soon there's 5 or 6 strokes that you've not been counting in the past.
Yeah.
And it gives you a true picture of how good of a golfer you are, we'll say.
And it's fun to practice that way, to go out and play with your buddies or play by yourself, whatever, and go out there and have a round where you're doing that. Because that does, because we ran into a guy in the golf league, that James, who's now agreed to partnership, if you will, with Thomas here in trying to break 100. So we're going to try to use the next couple of months to get these guys maybe some lessons, maybe some skill sets, working on their chipping game, their putting, driver, whatever club they're having trouble with. Because what we want to do is get them to where they can manage their game to where they're hitting it in the fairway. They're hitting it up near the green and they're able to chip and get the ball close and play basically bogey golf. And if they can do that, they'll shoot 90.
Can I get in on that training too?
Yeah. So we threw it to Thomas a while ago, or the day before yesterday maybe, and he was in agreement with it. So.
Absolutely. Yeah, this being really my second full year playing golf, I think it's time to take that next step, the next level. So, and it always helps to do with somebody in that same place that I'm in. You can talk about the same type of accomplishments, and at the same time, the same struggles. You got somebody to talk to, and they know exactly where you're coming from. Compared to somebody who's been playing 20, 30 years, and and trying to go back. How did I feel 30 years ago when I started? And somebody in the same mind frame. Hopefully that can.
Yeah. So that's the goal. That's the option. And like I said, Thomas was all for it. So we're going to try that. Maybe do obviously video some of those practice sessions. But those two guys, Thomas and James, are on board with that. So we're looking forward to doing that. And so we'll see how that goes. And we're hoping for improvement, obviously. And then what was it? He's got a buddy named Phil, who they were out at the short course the other day. Thomas apparently was hitting the ball pretty good, and so he challenged Daryl and I to play him and Phil at the par 3. So we tried to schedule that a week or so ago, and it didn't work out.
It's going to happen though. Me and Phil are super competitive,
and we're still trying to schedule that.
The weather's looking good this Saturday.
Oh, there you go. There you
go.
So we're gonna
see what you got
charge
on your
the battery.
schedule.
We're gonna bring some more charged. What are those things called? The battery packs. You know what I'm talking about? It looks like
battery pack.
Yeah, that's a battery
We're gonna
pack.
bring some battery, but we're gonna
Portable
make
charger.
sure we got enough video.
Portable charger.
Yeah,
or if we can get a golf cart that has a plug in it.
USB in it.
Plug. That's right. We'll get that done. So maybe while we're videoing, there's some people still playing. Maybe you guys will see them kicking the ball around when they're not.
That's it.
That might be pretty funny. But what else we got?
Yeah, so I know we were talking about right before we went on the podcast. We started recording. Actually, been going to see almost a sports medicine doctor for the most part.
She just hit the cart sign. Did y'all?
I was like,
she just got hosed about how to be on the green.
I thought I heard that. I was like,
that's awesome.
But yeah, I've seen a sports medicine person or sports medicine doctor to help with flexibility and some of those things. Playing years of sports. I know I played years of football, baseball, some of those things. Especially football takes a toll after a long time, so you lose some flexibility. And some of those things in golf, it's not that you can't play the game of golf, but showing you ways of how you can play and adapt your game to your physical capabilities when it comes to how flexible you are and those things. So I'm actually working with a guy now, a sports medicine guy who plays a lot of golf himself and struggles with flexibility himself. So that's he's giving me some tips, and he's showing me some things to help with that flexibility that can help with, hopefully, with my golf game down the line. He's actually interested in the podcast. So he's showed some interest in maybe coming in and maybe give some tips and talk to us about some things we could do. I'm not going to mention them yet.
We're going to hold that. We're going to try to organize a meeting and go ahead and set up another podcast for him.
Yeah.
We'll introduce him at that point. But we don't want to say, hey, we're going to bring him in, and then it doesn't work out, kind of like our short course game.
But that's one of those things that all of us can use, especially as you're getting towards that old stage, getting a little older.
Yeah, speaking of Mike Long, thanks a lot, Mike Long. So he's texting back. He went and watched the Timber Creek video, and he goes, Kip, I noticed that every time they recorded you, it was using the wide angle lens. Like, thanks, Mike. Out there playing with my dad, old man over here. But no, I mean, flexibility is important,
right?
And I mean, that's. When I played better, when I play well, you can tell you're getting your shoulders all the way through the ball.
Right.
So yeah, flexibility is huge. So that's gonna be fun to listen to him.
And he was basically saying that you're not gonna play on the PGA, you're not gonna but you can adapt the game to where you can score well and play until you're 80 years old. He said that's his goal. He wants to play until he's 80 plus. And if you learn how to make some of those adaptations now, you'll be able to play longer.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of golf. Being able to play for a long time, being competitive, and being able to do it even if you're hurting, if you have some limitations there. Golf will allow you to adapt to it.
Move up to the gold tees.
Or if you have to move up, But
I'm almost there.
Sometimes when you're injured, whether it be a finger, a hamstring, a knee, a toe, or whatever that's hurting, sometimes you focus a little bit more. You don't swing as hard. And sometimes I've been injured, with a paper cut, and played better golf. So that's kind of funny that you bring that up. That sometimes playing hurt, you change things. You change your swing a little bit, but sometimes it puts you right in that groove where you need to be, because overswinging is bad.
Yeah.
Overswinging is real bad.
And something he mentioned today is that lack of flexibility could cause you to pull the ball more, because he says you just tend to put more in your body. And everything starts turning because you can't turn certain parts of your body when the others need to stay in place. He's saying just playing in a range from, I think he said 9 to 6, basically. He said everything in his finish is pretty smooth, calm, not very much movement, and keeps everything consistent. And which will help with talking about the risk, the risk-free golf.
Yeah, stress-free.
Stress-free. Sorry, stress-free golf. In order to play stress-free is the consistency. Making a fairway, making a greens regulation, those type of things. Yeah, you might take off 30 yards, but you're staying down the middle.
You're probably not going to take off 30 yards.
But that's 30 yards that you're in the fairway and not 30 yards into the woods or the rough.
Yeah.
Right, and gets you to around the green, which again, chipping becomes important, short game becomes important, which takes me back to that video, that front nine that you saw. Me and Daryl probably only made one putt apiece, but at one point, like we said, he was 6 holes in and he was 1 over. He takes away those double bogeys that ended up happening in the later of the round. He's back under or near 80, and again 5 strokes. He had 4 double bogeys that day.
Yeah.
You take off 2 or 3 of those double bogeys, he's at 79. So again, breaking 80 sounds like a distant, unattainable goal, but I think if you've been playing golf, you know how to recover some shots, and you just put everything together. Breaking 80 is really not that difficult.
I think it's just
which is why we're confident we can get him and James to break 100 soon.
Just a few small tweaks here and there, a few holes with one less putt or one less chip around the green, and some of that is actually focus, and then some of it is just need a little more practice, or the greens need to come in.
Some of it's course condition.
Yes.
We, again, not trying to bash this place, that it is winter. It's still winter time, but even Saturday, we talked about it Saturday after our round. There's a couple of holes out here where you're just off the green, and when I say just off the green, I'm talking like 3 steps off the green, and you're in hard pan. So trying to chip over, over the hill, across over the stakes, and land it to a short pin, and you're hitting it out of the dirt. and we're playing by the rules again, so we couldn't take relief. We're not going to kick it out of the way and put it over some grass. So that led to me personally. That led to 2 or 3 double bogeys.
Yeah, we'll blame it on that.
Yeah, blame it on that. But I parred number 9, which is a big deal here, because number 9 is a big par 4. But I was short of the green, chipped up, 1 putted. So I was really happy about my par on number 9. But the rest of it,
and I parred number 9, and I had that 50-yard roll in the fairway.
Oh my gosh, what a drive! Yeah.
And then I hit the ball on the back of the green.
Yep.
Something that's never happened. I mean, that's about a 447, I think, is the yardage on that.
I thought I heard somebody say 448. Whatever. Big par 4 for young amateurs like ourselves.
You mean old amateurs like ourselves? Yes. Without flexibility.
No flexibility. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
What else you got? You want to talk about that new golf ball you hit?
New golf ball. Yes, the new golf ball. I'm a Bridgestone guy. I've been playing at E6 for several years, and Bridgestone's just come out with a new ball.
Tiger Woods uses it.
Tiger Woods uses it, and that's not necessarily why I tried it. I got 2 balls, 2 prototypes to try out, and it is the Bridgestone. It is the Tour BRX, I think is the name on it, and I went back after I played. I actually went and read about it, and it's designed for guys like me with a swing speed under 105 miles an hour. And I've not measured my swing speed of late, but I'm sure it's not 100. And but the ball, I could tell the difference of it coming off the driver, off the club face, low trajectory, and then of course, like Azalea City, you hit it in the fairway, you get a good roll. And so I was very pleased with it. And then, like I said, I went and did a little research, and they're in the $45 range for a dozen. So,
so Bridgestone, we just gave you a shout out. So if you want to,
a couple of dozen.
I'd like
the
to.
Scratch Waggle Golf Podcast.
I'm not fully sold on them yet, so I need to try out.
We need to try a lot more. But yeah, the ball I was using, it wouldn't have mattered. I hit so many trees. They didn't fare well in the trees. But cool. Well, yeah. So some upcoming things we're gonna try. We're gonna get our sports medicine doctor on.
Yeah.
We're gonna try to get out to the. It sounds like maybe Saturday might be a good day to go out to the short course and get that done, get that filmed. You guys are gonna really like the short course, and we can get it on the video for you guys. How to break 80. You go back out, watch that cheesy video that we made. We try to speed everything up to where it's only about a 10-minute video. But what we're trying to get you to look at is, obviously not the quality of golf, but hey, if we can break 80, certainly you can too. If you're in that 98 or 85 range of golf and you just can't get over the hump, just try the stress-free, try the just thinking about staying out of trouble, play smart, and putting and chipping become real important in order to break 80. So if you've got a long par putt, birdie putt, long birdie putt, just snuggle it up there. Get it in that comfort zone of making that tap-in par. And then take advantage of the short par 5s, getting up near the green, chipping to get a close birdie. Really try to capitalize on those birdies to take any type of bogey or double bogey off that scorecard. Birdies eliminate that. And again, as you've heard somewhere, everybody knows par is a good score. So don't be concerned. Don't be upset if you make a par. Just make a lot of them. Well, cool. That's all I got for today. What y'all got?
There's that. Starting next month, in March, we'll have our first official Scratch and Waggle Golf League event, and that is what, the 14th? March 14th. Second, we're going with the second Saturday of the month, and we don't have a location fully decided yet, but we'll have that.
I think people voted for Magnolia Grove, so we'll be out either the crossing or the falls.
So we'll be there, and would love to have a few more folks join us for that.
Yeah. So if you're interested, if you're in this area, you're watching our podcast, listening to it, then come on, join us out there. March 14th, we'll let you know on our Facebook page what the time is. But usually about $50, $55 to play out there if you got a trail card, and then $10 to get in the tournament. So not a big deal. Coolio. Peace out.
Scratch and
See
Waggle
y'all.
podcast. Zaya City Golf Course behind 18 behind us. Yeah, this is the first time doing this. Like, this is nice.
I
this.
like it.
Yeah, I like this a lot. So yeah, come check out Zaya City Golf Course. If you get a chance in the Mobile area, come play. Tell them Scratch and Waggle told you to come play. Out here. Yeah. Come tell them we told you.
And this golf highest played golf rounds of golf played in Alabama by far. It's like 25,000 rounds.
No,
of
it's
golf.
like 45,000.
45,000 rounds of golf.
Lots of
played
rounds
here.
of golf played here.
So,
Very good golf course.
yeah.
Absolutely.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Signing out.